Alright guys, in the last video we set up Laravel, we set up our model and migrations. We now have an SQLite database with contacts table. So now we're going to add the backend routes. So we're not in the web file here, we're in the API.php file. And we want to be working with the contact model. Okay, that's what I called it, right? Yeah, contact. So let's go ahead and bring that in. We'll say use app / contact. All right, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go above this right here, and we can actually get rid of this. And we want to have a group of routes for API. So it's going to be our whatever our domain is /API. So let's go right here and let's say route group. I'm not sure if we've done this already or not, but we're going to pass in an array here, and we're going to pass in middleware and set that to API. Okay, and then a function. And then all of our routes are going to go inside here. So let's say route get. Okay, so we want to handle a GET request, and it's going to be to contacts. All right, so a GET request to contacts. We'll run a function. Notice we're not using a controller here. We're doing everything in the routes. And then what we're going to do is return contact, and we're going to get latest and say order by. We're going to order by created at, and we want that to be descending, and then we just need to call get. All right, because we want it ordered by the most recent first. All right, so that takes care of fetching the contacts. Actually, I should probably put a comment here. Let's say fetch contacts. All right, and then this next one is gonna basically get a single contact. So let's say get single contact. This is also going to be a GET request. Okay, so this is going to be to contact / and then whatever the ID. Okay, and then we'll do function and return contact. I'm going to use a different eloquent function here called find or fail. And what this does is if it doesn't find the contact we're looking for, it's going to completely fail. The whole script is going to stop. All right, and then here we just need to pass in ID. We also need to pass it in here. All right, so it's going to get it by that ID, and that'll return the single contact. So now let's take care of a post request to add a contact. All right, so let's say route, and this will be a post request, and it's going to be to contact / store, and then we'll run a function, and in here it's going to take request, just like as if this was a controller, guys. And then let's return contact create, and then we're going to pass in an array with the field. So we'll have name, and then we want to get it from the input. So let's say request input, and then in here we want to put some square brackets and then name. All right, and then we're going to do that for email and phone as well. So I'm just going to copy this, and then we'll put a comma right here, paste that in. This will be email, and it's going to get whatever the request is. Okay, then we'll put another comma here, paste that in, and this will be phone. All right, let me make this a little wider, and I'll also do a soft wrap. All right, so that should do it for the post request. Now for the update, let's see, actually it's going to go right here. So let's say update contact. We're going to do something different. We're going to do a patch. Okay, since we're making a request from Vue, we're going to do a patch request, and that will allow us to update. So to handle that, we want to do route patch. Okay, whoop. And then the URL is going to go to contact/ID, and then we'll have function, and this is going to also have a request and an ID. And then here, let's do contact, and again, we're going to do find or fail. And we're going to pass in the ID here. All right, and then since we're doing an update, we're going to say update. Oops, that shouldn't be a capital. Okay, update, and then we want to put in same thing we did up here, this array with all the fields. So I'm just going to copy that. Okay, and then we'll just paste that in right there. And yeah, that should be good. So the last thing we want to do is delete. So delete contact. Let's say route delete, and then the URL is going to be contact/ID. And then all we're going to do is return, we'll say return contact destroy. And that should do it. Pass in the ID there and also right here. All right. So that's going to be it. Now, when we get to the front end, we may get some errors and we may have to come back and fix something, but it looks pretty good to me. So in the next video, we're going to start to work on the front end with Vue.js.